Why is the tension so high with anything related to Michael?
Michael is a very difficult person to deal with.
How many times did just you and Michael have dinner in Chicago? Chicago has a lot of great... Scottie, stop it.
Never. We just never were great friends.
When's the last time you and Michael spoke?
Right around the pandemic.
Did it end up being good, the conversation?
Yeah, I guess. Good and final.
That's what it was.
He didn't really bond with players.
It's over for the public image Scottie Pippen spent a lifetime protecting. And the person at the center of the damage is not a stranger. She is the woman he spent 24 years married to, the mother of his 4 children, the person who watched every championship from the front row. And she has been on podcasts, on television, and in courtrooms, doing things that have left even the most loyal Pippen fans feeling something close to grief. What started as a love story built inside a dynasty has become one of the loudest, messiest public collapses in NBA history. If this is already pulling you in, go ahead and give this video some hype right now. Hit that button. It takes 1 second and helps more people find this story. Scottie Pippen was not just a player. He was the reason the Bulls dynasty functioned. When Michael Jordan elevated above every defender, Scottie locked down the perimeter, sealed the paint, and did the quiet work nobody made posters about. Together, they won 6 NBA championships and built one of the most celebrated dynasties in professional sports. His number hangs from the rafters in Chicago. His legacy was supposed to be permanent. But what has happened to that legacy since the dynasty ended is a completely different story. The most damaging part of the current scandal is not speculation. It is photographed, filmed, and sitting in court records. Larsa Pippen, Scottie's ex-wife, began a relationship with Marcus Jordan. And if that last name hits like a punch, that is exactly the point. Marcus is the second eldest son of Michael Jordan, the same man who won 6 rings alongside Scottie. The same man Scottie later said had minimized his contributions in the 2020 documentary The Last Dance. The two first met in 2019 through mutual friends at a party in Los Angeles. By September 2022, they were photographed together at lunch in Miami, and the sports world could not stop talking. The reaction was immediate. This felt less like a romance and more like a deliberate breach of something sacred. In January 2023, Larsa made it official on Instagram. She posted a photo standing with Marcus in front of a floral arrangement styled to look exactly like a Michael Jordan Bulls jersey. Sports fans around the world read that image as a statement, a direct provocation using the very symbol of Scottie's most complicated relationship. In June 2023, they launched a podcast called Separation Anxiety, discussing their relationship openly, very public, very intentional. Then came Paris, July 2023. A reporter caught Michael Jordan leaving dinner and asked whether he approved of his son dating Larsa Pippen. Jordan looked at the camera and delivered one word: no. That clip traveled around the world before the night ended. Larsa later admitted she was traumatized and embarrassed. She had spent months assuring audiences that both families were fully supportive of the relationship. Jordan's one word erased all of that. Marcus tried to say his father was being playful, that he had some tequila. By February 2024, the relationship fractured publicly, deleted posts, cryptic messages. When Scottie and Larsa first separated in 2016, rumors immediately linked Larsa to rapper Future. She denied that cheating ended the marriage, saying she had met him during a difficult personal period. But the public story was already set. The man who protected every perimeter on the basketball court appeared unable to protect his own household. In November 2020, Larsa appeared on the Hollywood Raw podcast and dropped a claim that pulled Scottie's name into the Kardashian world. She said she had dated Tristan Thompson before he ever met Khloe Kardashian. She claimed to have brought him to a party hosted by Kim Kardashian and introduced him around, only for him to start dating Khloe just 1 week later. The Kardashian family eventually distanced from Larsa. For Scottie's fans, it was one more headline dragging his name somewhere it never belonged. Also in 2020, while the divorce was still being finalized, Larsa was photographed holding hands with NBA player Malik Beasley. Beasley was married at the time. After 24 years of marriage and 2 divorce filings, one in 2016 and another in 2018, the divorce was finalized in December 2021. Larsa was awarded 50% of the Chicago Bulls' 401k funds Scottie had built from 1997 through the 2016 separation. A significant portion of his NBA pension was also classified as community property and divided accordingly. A clause in the settlement stated that if account balances were not sufficient to cover the 50% award, Larsa would receive 100% of whatever balance remained. On June 16, 2023, A judge signed the order, naming Larsa as an alternate payee entitled to a cash lump sum as soon as it could be processed. Spousal support details were sealed, but support was granted to maintain her standard of living. Larsa told viewers she did not receive a single dollar for 6 years, that she felt trapped and financially stuck. Analysts pointed out that during this same period, she maintained a net worth around $10 million and was actively launching new businesses. For Scottie's supporters, hearing her describe hardship while simultaneously collecting half his pension was a painful combination to sit with. Through all of it, Scottie stayed quiet. That gap between the fierce competitor fans remembered on the court and the quiet man walking away from cameras is what makes this so painful to watch. In 2024, he broke that silence, but aimed it at Jordan rather than Larsa. He joined former teammates Horace Grant and Luke Longley for the No Bull Tour in Australia. The goal was to challenge the narrative from The Last Dance. They called Jordan's version dishonest, using words like lie and calling key moments bullshit. Critics fired back, calling the three of them the three bullshitters and saying they were embarrassing themselves. Stephen A. Smith said publicly that Scottie Pippen had become more famous for his ex-wife's behavior than for his championship rings. Scottie and Larsa share 4 children: Scottie Jr., Preston, Justin, and Sophia. The 6 rings are still real. The defensive brilliance is still real. What he built in Chicago belongs to history, and no tabloid headline or courtroom ruling can ever take that away. The circus around his name has been loud and genuinely cruel, but underneath all of it, the legacy holds. And sometimes, the most powerful move in the game is the one Scottie chose. Protect the peace, stay silent, and let the court record speak for itself.